And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes her guests. He's a comedian, boy, both birthday and sloppy, and the sexy mind behind Linda Underwear. It's Tim Kalpakis. And she's a comedian and podcaster who recently bought a home in Los Angeles for the low, low price of her eternal soul over asking. It's Jackie Johnson. Tone Zone is here to warn about the highly contagious new Thaxton variant, which has been attacking women's hearts, making them all goo-goo for bad boy drummer types. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the Love Bus. Say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Hello, my little kolaches. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular Texan-ish carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon by Sarah Miller. Now, I didn't know what that was. However, there was like a fast and furious comment thread that broke out underneath it with a lot of people weighing in on kolaches and whether they can have sausage or not. And one of our guests today, who I will introduce in a moment, I'm sure knows because she just had quite a reaction. This is our second in-person episode now. I am over the moon. This is just me on top of the moon looking down. I can't see anything because I'm so far away.
You were all aglow after last week's show.
I know, and I feel aglow again. Mm-hmm. Hello, Daniel.
Hi.
Nice intro.
Thank you. This is nice to be back.
It's so nice. Tim Kalpakis, very first time I'm meeting you in the flesh. Before, you were only just a face on a computer for a year.
You thought that I was an animation, but I'm a real dude.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you just morphed a body super duper fast, but it's very convincing.
I panicked and I just went with whatever was around. Kind of Frankenstein some extra parts.
I mean, I didn't even notice like the weird seams and the different length limbs and stuff.
You will. As the show goes on, I'm going to start falling apart.
His bottom half looks like Donald Duck.
I didn't even notice.
No pants.
That, I mean, my eyes just skated right over the feathers. I was so excited to see you in person.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to keep the attention on what I'm saying so you don't notice what's going on
right,
down below.
You kept saying like eyes up here, and I thought it was just a joke.
Yeah, no, seriously, eyes up here. I'm pissed.
Jackie Johnson, hello.
I love kolaches. I say kolaches.
What did I say?
Kolaches.
Kolaches is right, because I even watched a phonetic spelling of a robot, sort of like Tim.
Yes.
And I clicked it over. You could do like regular or slow, and I put it on slow, and an animated mouth like Tim's went, kolaches.
Already you're trusting the robots more.
I know.
Look at you.
They are my
the beginning
overlords.
of the end.
Yeah,
Anyway, I pronounced it like it was a Spanish word, but it's Czech. Or Polish or something.
It is Czech, and there is a famous Czech bakery in
called Czech
West
Stop?
Texas. It should be. That's a missed opportunity.
Okay, what's it called?
It's just called the Little Czech Bakery.
Oh.
Czech Stop's better.
So in the Fast and Furious comment section on patreon.com, where if you sign up for a year, you get 2 months free, someone said something like Czech Stop. I was reading it really fast. Maybe
that
they
was
said,
it. Maybe it's called that. It's been a while since I've been in that state. I've been here 15 years. But I did visit it when I was in Texas for my wedding, and they had nothing I could eat. Now that I don't eat anything, I can't have fun anymore. But I used to eat kolaches all the time growing up.
So what are they, though? There's like a round, it's like an open comedone.
So you know the Pillsbury...
Yeah.
little roll, like crescent rolls.
Sure.
And you can unroll them and put inside them a little wiener and some cheese, and you roll it back up. It's sort of that eggy, fluffy pastry.
Like
puff pastry.
Yeah, like a, oh my God, what's it called when a hot dog is
a pig in a blanket.
Yes, like a pig in a blanket.
It's a pig in a blanket type, and oh man, the salt of the sausage and the cheese, and oh man, those were the good old days.
Snapchat. But... nice work.
I have yet to find a vegan
nice
one.
work.
Perfect.
But they also have sweet ones, right?
They have savory ones as well, yes. But I didn't fuck with that.
You didn't fuck with the
that.
sweet ones?
No, I wanted that sausage. Anybody that knows Jackie J knows she'll never say no to a big old sausage.
Now that is a drop.
Everybody's laughing too much.
Could we get a clean take of that, please?
Yes. Everybody knows that Jackie J loves a big old sausage.
And the tongue trick again.
Yeah. Oh, Tony's got some wacky
I
ones.
know.
That one where I say all those cuss words. It's like shit, fuck, asshole. What is it?
Let's see. That would be...
Here it comes. I've never heard it in person.
in person.
I've never heard it in person, only over Zoom. Here it comes. Shit, poop, diarrhea, farts, butts. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even better than I remember.
Yeah, I'm proud of what I've said.
Yeah, I'm funny.
What was the context of that?
I don't remember. Something horrific.
This is the person who my son is obsessed with.
My new best friend.
That's right.
Elliot is my
I
new
don't
best
have
friend.
any issues with an anus ride.
Also true. Also true.
Elliot is wacky for Jackie, as I like to say.
Let's introduce Tony, and then we need to get into what went down between Jackie and Elliot before the show, because we were all out here. But Daniel, we're going to be hearing about it for the next 8 days because he's obsessed with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry if you thought you were going to leave.
No,
Jackie, but
I planned my day around me
not-
staying
Oh,
longer.
good. Okay.
I'm not going to leave him hanging. He's my number one fan.
Tony, hello.
Hello.
No. You go ahead.
Well, this maybe fits in with what was about to happen there, because I feel like I don't want to derail things here immediately. This won't go on that long, don't worry.
No
Just
worries.
a good
Oh, boy.
30, 40 minutes.
Here we go.
I will tuck in.
So I had a drum session yesterday, and I was recording all day long.
Rock star.
And
Damn,
I
right.
have not. I've mostly been sitting around for a year plus, doing a whole lot of nothing, and so I woke up today feeling real sore.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to bed really early, slept later than usual, and I'm still worn out, and I'm so sore. And I feel like I shouldn't maybe admit part of this because I'm, at my place of work right now in a way, but I feel like this is a safe space, right?
No.
We'll see
No.
about
You're
that.
fired.
that.
It's never a safe space when you're with your employer. But when
Well.
you're with me,
When I'm with my funployer.
that's right. We'll find it. We'll see.
So because I was so sore, I was like, man, I think I have a little CBD that I could use.
He's a
Nice.
Tony's
drug
fucked
guy.
up
Are
right
you
now.
stoned?
I was getting close to here, and all of a sudden I was like, I feel slightly high. What's going on? And then I remembered, wait a minute, that CBD I took must not be just straight up CBD.
Oh, it's THC as well.
So got a little.
fun.
I'm just being honest. Got a little bit of that going right now.
Oh, yeah.
Are you getting any visuals, man?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, there's something about Tim's bottoms that's.
I don't know what
yeah,
you're
you're
wait,
high.
what are you talking about?
He's high. He's high.
Toki Thaxton. I was waiting for that. Toki Thaxton over here.
That was that's literally because I've taken this before and I swore I had no reaction whatsoever. I feel and CBD that I've tried never even the benefits that are supposed to happen. I've never had luck with that, and so I was like, I'll just try a little. I have it. Now I'm regretting it.
Do we suspect that they're lying about the THC content in there, or is that CBD effect? Because CBD's never done anything for me.
It's not supposed to do that.
Well, there's a little bit of THC in it, they say, to activate the THC or the CBD.
I have a sponsor right now called Feels, and
And we love them.
their whole thing is you don't feel anything you don't want to feel. And I really have not felt high from Feels. I have felt relaxed, but the other ones I've tried, I was I am 100% feel stoned right now.
Right.
Did it have THC in it?
It said it didn't.
Yeah.
But I think it did. So
Yeah.
Tony, how you doing? Are you maintaining?
No, I'm okay. But
He's freaking out.
let me know if anything gets weird.
Oh, man, I love this.
Fingers crossed.
What percentage of THC did this have?
I'll have to get back to you on that
Okay.
because I
Was
have
it
no
a
idea.
tincture, a gummy?
Yeah,
What are we
well,
talking about?
But you're not super fucked up.
No.
Okay.
No. I can function. I got
Okay.
the stuff hooked back up here.
Allison, hide all your snacks.
I know. I was saying we could do snack chat in person again, but we don't have any snacks right now. I forgot to introduce the star of the show over here in the corner, Chooch.
Yep. She's here.
Here.
I had to bring her because she hasn't seen Uncle Tony. She hasn't seen Uncle Tim. She hasn't seen her auntie and uncle.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, we're going to Auntie Allison's. And she looked at me like she didn't understand me, but I know she did.
Oh no!
How-
Has she stopped listening to my show?
Yeah.
No, she does.
She does, okay.
Of course.
Just the Patreon.
How's she adjusting to the new home?
Well, she's now clipping my heels because our whole house is getting boxed up, and so she's starting to get anxious that I think she thinks we're going to leave her at home, like that she's not coming with us. So she follows me everywhere. And same when we go to the new house, she follows me an inch off my heels. I'm like, Chooch, you're going to come with us. Stop.
So, are you in the new house yet?
No, we move on Thursday. So I'll be listening to this as I move.
How are you feeling about it all?
I've gotten a crash course in homeownership over the past couple of weeks. And wow, there's so much to learn. I'm learning that you will never have money ever again because there's always something that is broken, something that needs to be fixed. Who knew how much blinds cost? I did not know. I need a new car. Nope. There went the car. I got to get blinds. They're expensive. Who knew? I made it to 36 years old without knowing how much window treatments are. They're a lot. And my house has so many beautiful windows.
Yeah, I remember there was just weeks of the podcast that were consumed by our search for French doors, which can be crazy expensive as well.
Yeah. It's a mess. I had to have termite tenting done.
Oh, really?
I'm having my sewer, what's it called, descaled. My sewer's being descaled tomorrow.
What's descaled?
You got to get all that shit out. No,
There was shit in my toilet. What's it do?
no, there's root intrusion on the sewer line. It's a very old house. It was built in the 50s.
Root intrusion.
Root
Wow.
intrusion. Yes, this is homeowner shit that I'm learning really quick. So they're just going to descale. They're going to descale that sewer line.
I thought the options were hydrojetting or when they put like a sleeve in there.
We might sleeve apart.
There's a rotary thing that they can go in and
Descale.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the problem with that is that it takes a layer of the clay or
we
whatever.
need that precious clay.
Yeah, so you can't do it too many times or else you'll weaken. It's fine.
I didn't know there was clay in there. That's
Well,
gross.
when you get to a certain point, it becomes clay. I
Your
think.
poop
So it's like
becomes clay over time.
That's beautiful.
Your main line goes when it goes to the street. There's like a joiner that is, I don't know. We've got plumbers out
I'm
there. They'll correct me.
allergic to talk of sewers. Just kidding. I love it.
Yeah, this is all stuff nobody ever told me before. And I keep noticing things that I didn't notice when we were looking to buy the house.
Oh, like what?
Because I think when you first walk in, you're like, oh, it's so nice. Everything's nice. And then I'm like, oh, wait, there's a giant crack in the middle of the driveway. What is that? Oh, this original 1950s bathtub looks like someone was murdered in it. I didn't notice the dirt.
Yes. Especially in this market, I think, where it's so impossible to get a place.
Yes.
I think that you jump on
Yes.
it. Although it sounds like you got a really nice place. But
Yeah.
I mean, I went back. This place, which I'm very happy
Yes.
in now, I definitely, right, Daniel, there was a moment where I'm like, I don't think we were in it was like in a long negotiation period with these real jerks. But I was like, I had a lot of doubts,
I
even
think
though
our
I'm
doubt-
glad we're here.
Our doubts had to do with their negotiation, their bad faith negotiating with us. Like, they
Well,
were
yeah,
kind of-
I was like, I want to walk away
dickholes.
just so I can be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But also, I think because it was going that way for a little while, I was like leaning toward, and I think it's the wrong house for us anyway.
It's just hard to buy a house in LA for the amount of money these fucking things cost and get a fixer-upper.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's
any compromise at all. If you're like, here's all of my money, and then it's got a lot of work that has
Yeah,
to go
Right,
there's
into
no
it.
compromising in LA.
No, and
just
if you
get-
grew up anywhere normal, like
This is insulting.
the amount of
Yes.
money these homes cost should get you like a
Yeah.
3-story fucking
Oh, yeah.
mansion,
Yeah.
you know?
I Googled the home I grew up in, and I overpaid more than what the house I grew up in costs now.
That's crazy.
So that's...
Oh,
it
that's
was-
just the margin that you.
Yes,
Oh,
just
boy.
over the asking price. My house I grew up in. Yeah,
and
it's
that's in
disgusting.
Houston?
It's in a suburb of Dallas, but currently it costs less. I was literally going like sick.
It's hard.
It's really rough.
How do people, this is my lack of Texas literacy. Is that, like, how do people from Dallas feel about Houston and vice versa? Was that insulting what I just said?
No, well, probably to some people. There is a Houston-Dallas rivalry, but it's more about sports.
right.
When I was in college, the Mavs, go Mavs, were against the San Antonio Spurs. And so we were like, half my sorority house was voting for the Spurs, half of the was for Dallas. And so there is like rivalry with the sports. But at this point now, being a Californian for 15 years, all Texans are welcome to bond with me over anything about our state. I'll welcome it.
Unless you're from Amarillo.
Yeah, fuck you,
They can
Amarillo.
fuck off.
Tim, I think you were going to say something, and I stepped on it.
I was going to say, which is fancier? I always think of Houston as like oil. Oh, they got the big oil money there. Is Dallas also oil, or do they
We have. I don't know if we have oil. I'm from a less opulent area. I'm from Garland. I'll just say I'm from Garland. If you've ever seen King of the Hill, it was based in Arland, which is where I'm from. He was making fun of my hometown. So that's where I grew up. And then they have Highland Park, which is like the 90210 of Dallas. And that's where all the housewives live. And so it's the other side of the tracks.
Is
from
that
where
where
I'm
the
from.
show Dallas?
I don't
Is that
know.
the Dallas of the show Dallas?
I don't know, to be honest.
I know, because you're young.
Yeah.
Any other
Who
old
shot
people
JR?
here?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
So, okay.
So stupid.
You guys are, some of you here are familiar with the Hey Go Fuck Yourself segment on my show. Tim, did we ever do that while you were on?
I believe so. We say a topic and I say, fuck that.
Yeah, it sounds like this. Like, don't take this personally. But hey, Tim, I don't like the way you don't have a bottom half of your body.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Something like that. So
Even
anyway.
on CBD, this guy is right
I
on
know.
the
Killing it with the
Let me tell you though,
stings.
the pause from the period in her sentence to when I hit that button felt like 75 minutes.
We've been sitting here an hour waiting for that drop.
Yeah.
Back when I was on the Adam Carolla show, I, like a little less than a year into it, I had to have surgery. I have endometriosis, blah, blah, blah. And it was the first time I'd ever had surgery, first time I'd ever had general anesthesia, which turns out I love it when they give you Versed, which is the thing they give you to relax you beforehand. But I was very afraid. I'm realizing it's as if I'm getting a contact high from Tony, because this is beside the point. The point is, afterwards, I had to go back to work 6 days after. And so I was on Vicodin, and those were some of my best shows.
Yeah.
Like sometimes there's something about being altered that just does you right.
Now we know why rock stars have such a reputation.
That's right. And Tony is a rock star.
true.
I should have been on to him. Anyway, the way that Hey Go Fuck Yourself came about was when I'm going to give you credit for something, Daniel.
Oh boy, here we go.
When I was dating Daniel, I was bitching about some comment I had received somewhere.
I think it was a series of comments, but yes, go ahead.
A series of comments I had received somewhere. And you're like, why don't you do a segment where you do Hey Go Fuck Yourself and you like call them out? And so initially it turned into a thing where it's not about comments, but initially it started as a way to like call out comments that bug the fuck out of you. And then I stopped using it for that because I don't want to give
People incentive to say
Don't
shitty
feed
things.
the trolls.
I don't want to feed the trolls.
Right.
Exactly.
But it's funny though when I think back at that time,
was a simpler time.
how naive, like our social media literacy was so basic. You know, I mean, it's funny to think about that, but you know, our understanding of how to,
I mean, it was like 10 years ago.
yeah, we were just still figuring it out. You know, and so it was like, yeah, you could just get out there and just rip them a new asshole or something without understanding. No, that only makes it supercharged.
That being said, I would just for a moment like to hearken back to those early salad days of Hey Go Fuck Yourself.
Ah,
Uh-oh, the wheels are coming off.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Because I received a comment last night, and by the way, I received it on YouTube, which
I know.
is but also like in terms of comment currency, I feel like YouTube is the least of the least.
Yeah, I would never even look at YouTube comments. That's like people go there to just sort of. Sometimes you see people talking about something else. They're not even talking about the video.
Yeah.
It's just like the weirdest place.
So I received a comment. Now, I feel bad, Hey Go Fucking Yourself, to this woman because she actually seems like a genuine
Yeah, I don't think
fan
this
and
was
probably a nice person.
intended to
It
be
wasn't.
mean.
However, it really stuck in my craw. And by the way, do you know what stuck in your craw is a reference to?
I don't. I've only heard Howard Stern say it, and I've been meaning to look it up.
Tim, do you know?
I'm going to guess that craw is like a little bag on a saddle on a horse. and you get things stuck in it.
Like you
Wow.
can't get your sword out of
Yeah.
your craw.
Oh man, my craw!
My craw's too small.
That is such an interesting guess.
Oh, Tony, do one.
Hi,
do
Tony.
a guess.
Do you have a guess?
I guess.
Don't Google it.
Oh no,
I'm not Googling.
Yeah, right,
I'm
you're
staring
looking
at the
right at it.
soundboard thing.
He's tripping out on the
Trippy
audio
Daxton's
waves.
silly, isn't it?
What do you think
What
stuck
does
in my
stuck in my
craw
craw
is?
mean, Tony?
It's probably me right now. Wow, I really did have something I was going to say. And it's just gone. Oh, by the way,
no.
New topic.
on my drive here, I was listening. Allison is on this week's Never Not Funny, and I was listening to it on the way here.
Yeah.
And I hear some shit talking about the old fax man.
Oh, now
What?
Oh, drag her. Drag her.
I really didn't mean for it to be shit talking.
Tony gets confrontational. when
Would
he's
you
stoned.
are you going to let them know what it was? Do you remember what it was?
Oh no, I do remember, and that's why it's because you talked about it that you try to get me to like sing songs on the spot, and I won't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not your monkey.
But you're a musician. You
Yeah.
should be ready to
Yeah,
go.
but I'm not an improv guy.
Well, you don't ask a doctor to give you a diagnosis
quick
at
surgery.
a party. It's
People
his
do that
job.
all over the place.
No.
Well, I wasn't saying it in a shit talking way. I just want to know if they had noticed that he doesn't like to be put on the spot.
It's true, I don't. I love to perform, but I like when I know it's coming.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I mean?
appreciate
Maybe
that.
Yeah.
maybe it's like how I abhor karaoke and I wasn't, but I feel like it's because I was in a band.
Oh, you take it too seriously.
Maybe.
She doesn't like all that amateur.
But I also,
that you
but
see
also,
out
I
there.
didn't enjoy singing in the band either. I enjoyed
What
being
about-
in the band, but
Do you
singing
like
was not my
those
favorite.
Private karaoke rooms?
Nope,
Like-
I hate them.
Oh, really? See, that
I
was my
super
way
hate
in.
I love karaoke. Give me all the karaoke.
'Cause you're really-
you
I
got.
kind of like it too.
Okay, well, this is
Till
a.
now, I've always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met
Harmony.
you.
Oh my god!
Keep going, keep going.
That's a new
No,
drop.
that's too high for me.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you have to be spontaneous, Tony. It was too high, and I still sang it. It
Hey, I joined you on the
was
harmony.
beautiful. It was so fun.
So, Tony, what do you believe if something is stuck in your craw? What's that a reference to?
Oh, we're coming back to this? I thought we moved on.
No.
I can't get crawfish out of my head.
That's what I imagine. I imagine like a lobster claw, like you
Yeah.
can't get it out of a shell or
right,
something.
like someone meant to say it's stuck in my claw, but
And they just
said
said it wrong.
Yeah.
I always thought it was bird related,
It is bird related.
like their beak or something, or their.
I think it's bird related. Well, so anyway, I,
feel like
thought.
birds have urine that comes out though.
Oh man.
No, wait, play it again.
I feel like birds have urine that comes out though.
They do. Anyone who thinks birds just shoot coily little poops,
So wait, sometimes when
and
it's
that's not me
raining
saying
and
curly
it's
in a funny way. It's like a coiled poop. There's also urine, but also I thought it was something being stuck in your head. Like I can't get it out of my head. But the craw, I think it's like
You
something.
mean what's the actual meaning of it,
Yeah,
or
it's
the
a-
origin of the phrase?
the origin of the phrase is what I meant to be saying.
Did
Yeah.
you not?
Yeah.
Do you not know? I
Well,
thought you were going to reveal to us.
I am, but I'm realizing I sort of forget. It's something.
Jesus
it's part
Oh
of
my
the.
God, Tony, get
were
on that
banking
computer,
on this.
please.
It's like part of digest. It's like the throat. It's stuck in my throat. I can't swallow it.
Oh, craw.
Like if you swallow a bone or something, and you're
Sure. Tony, will you look it up?
It says, to disturb the peace of mind of someone, especially by repeated disgraceful acts.
Well, yeah, but what's the origin?
Oh, the origin.
like, come on, Tony.
I think it's
Disgraceful.
like.
I always thought it was just like, oh, that thing. I
Something
can't let
that
something
annoys
go.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
It's not like, oh, you murdered my loved ones and it's stuck in my craw.
Yeah, I'll never forgive you. Stuck in my craw forever.
I'm super annoyed that you killed all of my family.
I hate that.
I hate that
Stuck
about
in
you.
my craw. It's more fun in person, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
so much
It's
more
so
fun.
much more fun.
It's
We
just more
you know what, guys? Let's not
relaxed.
have another pandemic.
I hear that
know.
Delta strain's getting pretty crazy.
The craw is the. Sorry, Tony. It's the crop of a bird or insect.
I was
A
just going to
crop.
say that.
What's a
Crop.
craw?
Now we have
It's
to look
like-
up crop.
The-
Oh, yeah,
is
we
that
gotta
the
look
little
up crop.
hair
No,
plume?
that's the comb.
No, it means all birds are farmers and they have a crop seasonally.
It's like a pouch on the way to the stomach. The crop and the gizzard are these
It's
parts
an
of a
internal
bird's
thing.
digestion. Yeah. So if it's stuck in the crop, it can't get to the tummy.
Craw.
The crop is an expanded muscular pouch near the gullet or throat.
Wait, do we have one or
No.
Just, okay.
Just birds.
But we have a gullet?
No.
Okay, because I say stuff it down my gullet all the time.
Oh yeah, we don't have gullets.
But I
Okay.
think when we say
Do
gullet,
we?
we
No.
mean... Anyway,
I might have a gullet. Who cares?
I received a comment that was stuck in my crop and my gullet. And I'm going to read it. I don't think she deserves a hey, go fuck yourself. But this was one of, sometimes look, we're all famous public figures. Don't you guys sometimes receive a comment where you're like, why can't I shake this one?
Yes.
I think it's if it hits on some truth that you're insecure about.
Exactly. Exactamundo, Tim.
Allison's about to show us her deepest insecurity.
These are
She
my
is.
true colors.
Wow.
Ooh, I bet
honey.
Tony and I could sing that.
Oh, do it.
I see your true colors shining through.
I'm not ready for harmony on that.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't that. It was like because I feel like there's no harmony already there,
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
not
true.
good at like pulling them on. my
That's
own.
a hard
Whereas the
song.
heart song,
Yeah.
Daniel, you were in the boys' chorus.
Honey, I was 12.
Well, do you remember any of it?
Yeah, do you remember any of the choir that you
Do I
could bring
remember-
up?
Well, your ability to harmonize. Tim,
We didn't,
you're in a band?
harmonize
Oh, no.
like improv harmonize.
We could pick an easy, like a Beatles song or something. We could harmonize on that easily.
Also, I got lucky, by the way. You happened to pick a song that I like to really attempt to sing that really high part.
Yeah.
Harmonies are hard.
They sure
sometimes I
are.
can do them. Sometimes
I call
I'm
them
terrible.
hardmonies.
Good.
Harmonies, yeah.
Tim,
True.
do you do harmonizing? I know you sang a song.
I call them hard maze, and I don't. No, I'm in the Sloppy Boys. We don't know what notes we're singing. There's no
Y'all don't
harmony.
harmonize in Sloppy?
No.
That's not true. You have at least every now
It
came here to rock.
And if you hear harmony, it was meticulous. It took me a whole day to figure out my note, and it's auto tuned.
Okay, but you read a book about Swedish songs and then wrote one.
I did. I didn't write a book. I did.
and then you wrote a book about Swedish songs.
That'd be so weird if I wrote a book about Swedish songs and I'm sitting here being like, nah, I don't really know that music stuff. I did, but that was more to get my stupid brain thinking. But I'm not harmony specific. Even like when I played like music in school and stuff, I've never. Like, are you thinking, Tony, when you do it? Are you like, I found a third, or I found a fifth, or are you just following your heart?
Yeah, just kind of gut. Music's mostly just gut feelings for me.
Can you like read music and you know all the names of the notes and shit? Because I don't even know that.
I'm technically yes, but I'm
Yeah.
like about as slow as could be.
Yeah. See, I am a freight train on that melody. Hire me to be the lead singer. I got you.
Yeah.
But harmonies I can get if I practice them.
No backup singing for you.
But some people, if you put them on a harmony, they'll immediately just hear you and go where you are.
I do that.
I don't
Yeah.
do that. See, I'm a freight train on my melody. Just put me on the melody and I'm good.
Yeah. It's tricky.
Noted.
Noted.
Yep. Okay, so here's the comment that has been in my craw for hours now. Okay. Allison, I love your show. I've been listening for years now.
Uh-oh. But,
I really think the show would benefit. So this is on YouTube,
yeah.
where it's visual.
Yeah.
I really think the show would benefit from a more modern and sleek aesthetic. It's honestly a little cheesy, cringy, and may put off your potential future audience.
Cheesy, cringy. What are they
What is she
looking at on
referring
YouTube?
to?
Thank you. That is what even wrote back. I
Did she
said,
respond?
No. I said, I'm not sure I disagree, but what are you referring to?
Yeah.
Because it's driving me nuts.
Did she mean like the background?
I don't know. Like,
Isn't it just a Zoom conversation?
Well, it's a Zoom conversation, but there's like a title at the beginning, and then it's got a pink background, which is new.
She must be referring to that.
Is she though?
Yeah, she thinks your pink background is cringy.
Honey,
You don't want to be cringy these days.
But I feel like my whole vibe might be cheesy, cringy.
Yeah, your whole thing is cheesy
But,
cringy.
yeah, but your
kind
whole
of
thing,
is.
it's funny to call it cheesy because I would like your logo and everything. It's got a wink to it. It's like
Yeah.
best friend, and that's like it's there's a cutesiness that's intentional. It's not like you're like
No, it's cringy.
It's not.
I've decided. I'm with this lady.
Yeah.
But it's not like when you choose a color pink, you're not like, oh, that I think that's going to be badass, and that they're like, kind of.
That's been the question this whole time. Should I just steer into badass?
You should be a shock jock. It should be all kind of like textured.
red and black. Should I do
black and white video.
Change these sunglasses and your logo to the regular sunglasses.
Or just do one of those.
To Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
Do one of those
Wayfarers.
like sports, like post game conference things with the logos all over it
Yes.
behind you,
Oh,
and just
yeah.
like dark and
By the way, I recently watched some video from when I was still on the Adam Carolla show and I was doing my show in his studio. And for the first time, well, for maybe the second time, I understood why everyone has always assumed I'm goth, because my makeup and my like he had a black background, and then there's me in all black. I am like a floating head in these videos, and even I saw that and was like, "Girl, I gotta get you in some brightly colored clothes." I was frustrated with my own gloominess. Okay,
Just go, girl.
Thank you. So the question is, does she mean my vibe? I need to make my vibe more
No,
sleek and
because she
modern? Or does
loves the show. She wouldn't have had
She's
that.
been listening for years.
Yeah.
So she just means my YouTube presentation.
Yes.
it's lacking.
Oh, sorry, my eggs are done.
Oh my God, it's 24 eggs.
Yeah.
I just put them in the oven, shell and all.
Baked eggs.
But by the way, if you would like to see the cheesy cringe, youtube.com/Allison Rosen, and something Pete's been doing, which I think is amusing.
I like
guess
it.
Alicia doesn't like it. When Tony pops on the screen, it now says "bad boy of podcasting."
Oh, that's great.
I think it's funny.
I like it, but I mean, I can see how
Kinda
someone
cringy.
if someone's used to seeing a particular kind of YouTube thing and then sees it, they might think that. But YouTube's a weird medium because it's like, I don't know that when I'm watching YouTube, I want to see something that's super slick and highly produced. I kind of like, that's just me. I kind of like
but mine
the rough.
is slick and highly produced
And
for
it's
me.
cringy.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think people have a thing with it's like when you get called a try hard or something. I feel like there's a whole subsect of the new generation that if they see you trying in any way, if you're not too cool to try, they're like corny.
Wait, if you're not too cool to try,
Like if you're trying, like even just having
Oh, like
a
I'm
logo,
thirsty?
because there's so many YouTubers that have literally no branding, like no
Right.
logo, don't say hello, and they just like Twitch style, just kind of like roll into it. It's like, what's up today?
God, how do people watch that shit?
People love that because it kind of just rolls into the next thing, and you waste a whole day watching it, and it didn't feel like you watched a show. You're just like hanging out with a weirdo.
well, I'm
that does
Gen
sound fun.
X. Isn't that our Gen X vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
we're
started
not,
it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Should I go back to it?
Try it. Maybe try it for fun one time and see how it
Yes.
feels.
Just be like, hey, everyone.
But you can't please
Welcome to the
everybody. For that one comment,
just wanna
there's
please
hundreds and
Alicia.
hundreds of people, thousands that think you're
You
great.
just only want to
I
please
just want
this
to please
one
her.
See, I didn't interpret it that way. I didn't, but it could be that she meant like you're trying too hard. Like it's cheesy because you're giving it too much. I actually thought it was the other way around. See, folks, don't leave vague ass comments.
You
Well,
gotta be
maybe she'll
specific.
respond.
Yes, I need to know what is cheesy and cringe. But I mean, my music. That's kind of the vibe of all the music is like purposefully, silly, playful, cheesy, cringy.
Right. But
Not
it's
cringy.
a,
Of course,
it's a
the songs
Gen
I've
X.
done.
Except the ones you've done. Those are sleek and modern.
Early in your show, didn't you describe it as a kid show for adults?
Very early on, yeah.
Kind of.
I get that. That comes
Yeah.
across.
And just for the full behind the music, very dated reference. When Kez, the guy who did the logo, which I don't even really use as my logo anymore, but the one thing that we're all looking at in the studio, he did one version that was sunglasses, like one version that was pencil and one version that was duck, and then one with all of them. And I'm like, I like all of them. Like, it's just more. But you know what has the perfect amount of everything?
Whatever you're going to talk about next.
Osea Skincare.
Called it.
And I heard about them through our very own Jackie Johnson. Now
It's
they're
true.
on my show. Skin is your largest organ, so it's kind of silly to only take care of part of it. I super love the Undaria algae body oil. Look, I'm going to admit it. I was a little bit like, I don't want to be too slick. Oil. Look, I feel intimidated and embarrassed in front of Jackie because she is a skincare guru. She might not have given herself over to silly thoughts like oil. That's going to be too slippery and too slick.
You know me, I oil up my ass. Everybody knows that about me. And I use the Osea oil to oil up my ass.
But the thing about it is, like, it dries fast and it leaves you super
It's lovely.
moisturized.
We have-
It's really lovely.
It's like liquid gold.
We
It
have some
smells-
wood floors. You don't want to go slipping all over the
Yeah,
floors,
it's
like
true.
trying to,
We don't wanna
get
lose
some-
All
any
day on
teeth.
your ass.
Yeah.
It's luxurious and rich. It's not greasy or sticky. It's got like this beautiful citrus scent. When I first talked about it on the show, a listener wrote in and she was all excited because she's like, that's my holy grail daily oil. Osea's Undaria algae body oil instantly moisturizes and replenishes dry skin, leaving every inch silky smooth. Skin is super soft and glowing with Undaria algae, acai pulp, and babasu.
Bob.
Babasu.
Babasa, babakusa.
Babasu seed oil.
Leave that in.
You can even try Osea risk-free for 30 days and get free shipping on orders over $50. They'll even send free samples with every order and get 10% off your first order with my promo code Allison at OseaMalibu.com. That's 10% with code Allison at OseaMalibu, OseaMalibu.com. I also want to tell you guys about a clothing company, but they're more than clothing, that I'm super into. Faraday. Now, I'm just going to let you in on a secret. It's not spelled like you think, or it's pronounced differently than you'd expect from the spelling, but it is pronounced Faraday, and it is spelled Faherty. And I'm making a point of this so that you go to the right site. You guys, can it be finally summer? We're actually going to have a real summer. We're already having a real summer, and it is really summer. So naturally, I've been thinking about looking good after a year and change because I am leaving the house and I am seeing people. And that is where Faraday comes in. They make the perfect clothes for summer. Faraday is a family-run brand making high-quality, timeless clothing with modern design and functionality. You know when you're searching for that ideal summer outfit, that set, that shirt, that dress that feels like you've had them for years. Maybe it's in a gorgeous print and it fits so perfectly that it feels almost too good to be vintage, but still looks like it might be. Well, that's Faraday. I'm staring at a few well-dressed folks around this table. Everyone here could be wearing something that's Faraday, but especially Tim, who's got like a summery print shirt.
Well, thank you.
You are welcome. They're so confident in the quality of their stuff. They have a lifetime guarantee of quality. They'll replace or fix your clothes forever, no matter what. And to top it all off, Faraday is giving Allison Rosen as your new best friend listeners 20% off. 20% off! So stock up on all your clothes for summer now. Head to FaradayBrand.com and use code BESTFRIEND at checkout to snag 20% off all your summer gear. That's code BESTFRIEND at Faraday, Faherty brand.com. Faraday brand, Faherty brand.com for 20% off.
That's a good deal.
Okay. And
I just want to say real quick, I was texting with my honeys that I was here, and one of my honeys said, OMG, is that Linda underwear? Tim was spotted
Good
in the
eye.
photo.
Your honeys are good.
They sure are.
So, Tim, you're back to Linda underwear, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it was Beverly Mysterioso for a little while.
Yeah, which I have nothing to do with. It's on my account, but I'm
Now,
not.
You just
wait, was
load it
Beverly
out.
Mysterioso the alter ego of Linda?
Beverly Mysterious is a different woman.
Oh.
It has nothing to do with her. And I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
Wow,
This-
okay.
Do you
this
remember
just
I
happens to be-
texted you? Oh my
Yes.
God. I texted Allison and he goes, Beverly Mysterious is here.
And it was like the day, it was the day that you were going to be on my Patreon show.
Oh, boy.
And I think I brought it up to you because I'm like,
It was a big
oh
day.
no. No, I think you texted me and, no, you did, yes, to
I was
say,
just like, oh my God, Linda's gone. Beverly's here.
yeah.
And you were
Bev-
mourning Linda. You
Yeah,
guys
right.
got sad.
I was sad. I mean, I like Beverly. I think she could have a more sleek and modern
Yeah,
aesthetic.
less
Oh, my
cringy.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
had
feel that too. It's
Linda
corny.
had a viral tweet the other day, right?
What?
Linda's viral every day.
She does have big
basically.
virals, but she had like
She
a
has
big.
big virals. Yeah, she's got some hashtag
It
big
was
virals
really,
going on.
really funny.
What was it?
I faved it. Do you remember what it was? It was.
I
it was
should
a
know. If you
misdirect.
faved it, I should have
It was
made
a
a-
misdirect. It was a list of stuff and then a misdirect.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was. I was talking about bringing dogs to restaurants.
Yes. Oh my God.
But this was a long story about having a dog in the restaurant that just ended with her getting hot
Talking about
sauce
her
on
big
her
tits.
yeah, getting buffalo sauce on her big tits. Trying to cover all. Those are the issues pressing our nation.
Oh, God, we love her.
Dogs in restaurants, red hot on tits. All of it.
How do you guys feel about dogs in restaurants? Because it like gives me a tummy ache when people start bitching about it, and I'm like, I didn't want you to be one of those people.
I think that tweet was inspired from being at a sushi bar where there was a dog, and I'm not an animal person, but I know that that's on me, so I'm chill about it, and I'm like, I have no problem with dogs being in the restaurant, but then the dog did bark. And I was like, well, that doesn't happen too much. But everyone was cool with it. And then it just became like a barking dog, where like if everyone is cool about the first few barks, then it's just like, then all bets are off. And just became like a whole sushi dinner that was like, and it's like, it didn't have the service dog vibe.
Right.
To me.
Right.
You never know.
For a pet, I'm not into it. I mean, like if it's an outdoor cafe and that's okay, if it's really casual. But yeah, it can be like a lot of people think their dogs are more socialized than they are. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, my dog loves it. And it's like your dog is annoying everybody.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because if they allow all dogs, some dogs are well behaved and some aren't. And so it's rough. So for me, I have a very tiny, very well-behaved dog. She goes with me a lot of places that she's allowed. I do not like when people just disregard the laws for whatever reason, because a lot of people in LA do that. I do take her places, but sometimes we walk in and every table has a dog. And I'm like, why are all these damn dogs here? And I'm like, wait a minute, I have a dog. We're all allowed. But if one dog is bad, like barking, they're all going to start barking. They're all going to start making noise. They're all going to start running around. They're all going to start... Some dogs have leash aggression, so even if we walk in, they'll all start lunging, and I'm like, you shouldn't bring your dog if it's not well behaved.
I'm going to amend how I feel. I enjoy seeing Chooch in different environments.
My dog is in this room right now.
That's
hasn't
amazing.
made a sound.
No, that is a good dog.
But I have friends with dogs that yelp and squeak and make noise through their whole podcast. Like,
Oh, yeah. We couldn't have Wendy in here anymore because she loudly eats her vagina and tries to dig.
That's fine. That's fine.
Do that in the privacy of your own home,
Has Chooch ever had a moment, like a little meltdown at a restaurant or something, where you had to say, Chooch?
I don't think so.
Wow, what a good dog.
I'm just really lucky that I have a really good dog, for sure. And I also used to work for a dog trainer. So dog training ain't easy. It's sort of like, I don't want to undermine people with actual human babies, but it's sort of like a kid. How many times are you out to eat and there's a very well-behaved child and then there's the kid screaming, throwing crayons, and knocking over shit? Same thing.
Yeah.
Some people just don't take care of their kid.
Yeah, and if you have that kid that's like that, then go to an appropriate restaurant.
Yeah,
for that,
right?
Just
Take
know
them to
your
Chuck E.
kid.
Cheese.
No, yeah.
Well, surprised I'm on a different side of this than you, Daniel. However, sometimes you might get to a restaurant that was not it sounded like a pointed throat clearing.
Yeah.
It was just a casual. It was just a casual throat clearing.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might go to a restaurant with your kids and then realize, oh, I have an ill-behaved child.
Well,
like, we went to Tam O'Shanter, which I don't feel like is a very uptight place, but it's also not Chuck E. Cheese.
I feel like it's a family. Anything that's sort of family-oriented, you're cool.
Yeah.
Like, I did not feel weird about that.
If they have a kid menu, your kid's allowed to run around.
Well, and also it was Christmas, and there were
yeah.
carolers, and I'm sorry,
That's a whole thing.
Yeah, like they were rocking and rolling and dancing around and flopping on the ground and
They
stuff. It's
were
like, to me, that's
flopping
fine.
on the ground.
Wait, the carolers?
No, yeah.
Goodness.
Well, you got to go on the
Flopping
right
it
night.
like it's hot,
yeah.
honey.
Oh yeah.
Elliot and his cousin were flopping on the ground and log rolling across the floor. And I didn't think that was the best, but I
Well,
also didn't know how to... I couldn't stop it.
It's not. I mean, it might be annoying, but I don't know that I'm going to Tam O'Shanter's and not expecting some level of
Christmas.
that. Yeah, there's going to be kids running around.
It's funny because it's fancy. Like the food's expensive. You know, you could eat like a $60 steak there, so I could see people being uptight. But it is such a jolly place. You know, you kind of want.
Do you feel like toddlers log rolling on the floor enhances the jolliness?
I feel like if it's a nice tight log roll and the form
I'd like
is
to
good,
see
right?
it. Yeah.
I mean, they did put us in like the furthest back room, but there was it wasn't they weren't in the carolers.
The wait
foot
staff
space.
wanted us the fuck out.
Yeah,
though.
they did.
were definitely rushing us out of
They
there.
didn't offer us dessert.
No.
They just gave us a check.
Oh, wow.
I didn't feel great about it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And did you try to dissuade the kids from log rolling, or are you just
Yes, I'm gonna pin this one on his older cousin.
Yeah,
and my
Elliot
sister.
is actually very well behaved at restaurants. This was encouraged behavior.
Yeah.
By his older cousin.
I was on a flight
If
recently.
they listen, no, it wasn't. It was our fault.
I would say, yeah.
I blame the restaurant.
It's
That's
If
right.
they're listening,
I blame
we,
the
we
builders
love the
who built the
older
restaurant.
cousin. It's
Oh,
nothing-
yeah, we
there's
do.
nothing wrong. It's age appropriate.
We just had
behavior.
never seen log rolling from our
In a restaurant.
Angel.
Yeah.
Angel. Our Angel, who's also an angel.
Angelino
Our Angelino, yes.
What happened on the plane, Tim?
on the plane. Thank you.
I need to know. I need to know.
know,
I've been-
too.
It's
Well-
sticking in my craw that I didn't know.
I always really feel bad for parents. The parent of a screaming kid on a plane, if the parent does feel bad, like I've had a parent buy me drinks or something or apologize profusely for a crying kid. So I always try to put out the vibe of like, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, that's fine. Oh, what a little angel. But
That's so angel of you.
Yes.
Angelic.
I'm a real angel. But my last flight coming home from Hawaii, right next to me, screaming kid. And I'm like, okay, it's going to be one of these flights, but that's okay. I look over, the kid is screaming because the dad is holding him upside down and playing with him.
my
Oh,
gosh.
that's
Like,
different.
getting him riled up. And then the whole flight, like the kid never cried. It was a well-behaved boy. And then like a bored dad who was just like playing with his kid to entertain himself. And I never said anything.
Did the
but
kid buy you drinks?
yeah, the kid gave me like a lot of whiskey, but I
That's weird.
never said anything. But I hadn't seen that before, where it's just like the parent was fully being the impatient one.
Right.
Interesting. I think,
Everybody projects their shit onto their kid.
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. I think that you have to have more patience for kids on planes. That's hard.
Yeah.
I think in general, you grow more patient with kids the more you're around them. Because I have a niece and nephew, and they are energetic. And when I talk to my sister on the phone, I barely hear her because they're both screaming at the top of their lungs. And I'm like, do they ever stop screaming? She's like, no. No, they don't. I've grown so much more used to it now, it doesn't bother me. But I remember being in my 20s being like, oh my God, there's fucking kids everywhere. Shut up. Let me
Yeah.
get my fucking California rolls
trying
in
to
peace.
talk.
Yeah, like whatever.
Oh, I definitely remember being the person who would sit on a plane waiting to take off and then hear a crying kid and be like, oh,
God.
perfect.
I mean, if
know.
the
One of
airlines were
those.
doing better, maybe they could afford to have like a no kid flight, and you could do that, but
Yeah,
or
but
no
come
no
on,
kids,
just,
no pets.
Just let them cry. It's not going to kill you.
Also,
But they
just
don't
put some
have
fucking
that,
headphones
so-
on.
Right.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
want a baby so bad.
But what if it cries?
Oh,
It's
no,
going
Forget it.
Mine
to.
won't.
So, how was your bonding sesh with Elliot today?
It wasn't. I would have liked to keep it going longer, but I knew that I was keeping y'all waiting. But I just have little boy fever specifically. And it's so funny because a couple years ago, I was like, if it's a boy, I'm pushing it back in. I only want a little girl. But now I really want to be a boy mom because my husband's like all athletic and he wants to coach Little League and I just want to give him a little son, I don't know. I want a baby bad. You're not helping. I like when I got home the other day when I was here, I was like, I played with Alice's little boy for so long and he's so smart and he's so funny and they're doing so good with him and Ben's like, are you okay? I'm okay. Father's Day was so hard seeing all the photos of everybody with their babies.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want one.
We both wanted little girls, and then I love having two little boys.
I think
it's-
I think brothers or sisters,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because my sister and I are the two girls. I love when they match,
Yeah.
but it's also fun when they don't. It's just fun. Anything.
You'll be happy with whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
yes.
You like whatever you have. I think I was worried as the dad, like, oh geez, I'm gonna have a couple assholes, and I'm gonna have to,
Is that your general feeling about dudes?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. My relationship with my father and my stepfather has always been a bit like, like a douche. It's been competitive, let's say, and so it's like, okay,
Yeah.
but. Both of our sons are just the sweetest little guys
He's
ever.
so sweet.
They
He's
are
my
very-
buddy. I
yeah.
haven't gotten a bond with Owen yet.
Yeah, you will. But I mean, so Jackie kept texting me. I would tell Jackie that Elliot was repeating things she said because he was like, he had Jackie fever for days after.
It was mutual.
And then you were saying that he does have a sophisticated sense of
No,
humor.
he does. Like, I was gaslighting him, and he knew I was joking.
Yeah,
That's what
he
was
was
so
in on the
brilliant.
joke,
He
yeah.
knew, and I'm just like, this is advanced comedy. And then the callbacks, that's advanced comedy. He was literally doing my bits.
This is like UCB 401.
Exactly. He would have made it to advanced studies with Billy Merritt.
He's on a Herald team right now.
Oh my God.
You know what? Maybe.
He's asking for a suggestion. But remember yesterday in the car, this is just turning into us singing the praises of our children now. I do this on a different podcast. He wanted to play a game where like he didn't believe something was happening. He kept being incredulous. And then he's like, no, this is the game.
I don't
I'm telling
remember.
you, he's advanced. I know.
I think so.
I would know. He's advanced.
What was the thing that we were laughing about where, it was, he wanted me to guess, what was it? He wanted me to
The song
guess
from
the
Wicked.
song from Wicked. So he was like, Daddy, what is the show that the song is from? And then he would sing a little bit of Defying Gravity.
Name that tune.
And so I was like, at first I was like, what is it? And then I got it. And I'm like, oh, that's Wicked. That's
You're like, that's Adina Menzel
That- he
singing
wanted to know who
Defying
sang it.
Gravity from
Yeah.
Wicked.
So he was like, who sang it and what was? And I go, that's Adina Menzel. She plays Ethelba from Wicked. And he's like, no, let me give you some.
He goes, let me give you another clue.
No.
I think you may have meant Adele Dazeem.
Yeah, exactly. I
This
wish.
is some Andy Kaufman stuff.
Yeah,
You know? This
but
is
that
advanced.
Yeah.
wasn't joke. He didn't say
wasn't
no.
joking there.
He
He was
just
just-
said he's paused and he goes, let me give you more clues.
Let me give you more clues. I'm literally like, but yeah,
Should I
he's-
sing Wicked for him when
Yes.
I get in
Oh
the
my God.
house?
He
I
will-
can
Oh
sing.
my God.
I
will
can sing
melt.
for good though, because I remember I sang that at my wedding vows. Y'all were all at my wedding.
Yes.
There, weren't you? Yes, everybody here was
He
at my
would love
wedding.
that.
Virtual.
Right. It was a real star-studded affair.
Yeah, it sure was. I warned all my honeys. I said, "Be humble." There's some big stars on this Zoom.
Yeah. Tim, I know we've talked about how you were in Hawaii. We've made reference to it. And I also know, because I've been following you and Sloppy Boys on Instagram, I'm unclear the timing, though. As far as the Sloppy Boys Instagram is concerned, you guys are all still in Hawaii. I wasn't sure you were going
It's
to
an
show up.
alternate dimension, yeah. Sometimes you take a lot of pictures and you're like, these have
Yeah,
to
you
just
roll
be
them out.
posted, and you're like, it doesn't matter. The timeline, I have 200 good Hawaii photos. Maybe I'll post them for a whole year. In fact, I had a friend, like kind of a weird editor guy, who went on a very brief cruise and then just posted pictures of that cruise for a year, like as a joke. And everyone in his life just thought he just lived on a boat. Because he was like, I took 200 pictures in
idea.
2 days.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt. There's that fear I have, which is if we're posting that we're on vacation and someone knows where we live,
right.
they could know
Oh, yeah.
we're gone. And so there's almost this
They'll
thing
do
of
a
like,
bling ring, yeah.
yeah, exactly, wanting to like stagger it. So start posting.
I usually do that if I'm in a restaurant. I won't post until I've already left.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have anybody bug
And
me.
everyone shows up. Where is she? I also do you think that like when Instagram started, it was like Instagram, and if you posted anything late, you'd say sorry for the later gram.
Right.
But that-
Latergram was a
But
thing.
I feel like now that the whole thing is just like promotional
Oh, yeah,
anyway.
it's all fake.
I never think about. And then half the pictures during COVID were pre-COVID, or a lot of people being like, "This was pre-COVID, so back off." It's the Insta part is gone. It's
Yeah.
just gram. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Sure is.
And then also people would say, I'm going to live tweet something. And it's like, well, what's the difference between, and I'm someone who would live tweet
But
stuff.
live tweeting a Netflix show doesn't really translate.
Right.
You know, we're not all watching Queen's Gambit at the exact same
That's
time.
right.
You don't watch it the moment it pops up.
Yeah.
So how was Hawaii?
Oh, it was great. Well, we did the weirdest thing where we went to Waikiki and we just stayed right there in the middle of all the most touristy stuff and did nothing else. So it was almost like the opposite of you go to Hawaii normally because you're
Get
like,
away.
I've been working so much. I've been in LA and I want to be in paradise. This was just like
You might as well have been in Santa Monica.
yeah, exactly. The promenade would be the same exact experience.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was very fun to just be around a lot of people, and
Was it super busy there right
it
now?
was, yeah. I mean, I actually don't know that we had a restaurant dinner the whole time we were there because reservations had been booked like weeks in advance.
Wow.
It's insane right
We're
now.
all vaxxed and waxed,
yeah.
as they say.
Oh, we were waxed. Even my whole head was waxed.
Yeah.
You grew it back so fast,
Yeah, thank
unless
you,
I'm
thank you.
looking at a wig.
Oh, I'll never tell.
You guys went there for a Sloppy Boys show?
We went there just to go there. No reason, just sort of like, let's go someplace were stir crazy. And so it started off as just a band for no reason going to an island. And then
With spouses and significant others?
I brought a spouse and a friend came along, and it just kind of turned into a group thing. And it was just like every day you kind of wake up and then you dib seats around the pool. You know how that everyone just throws their
gotta
towel.
scout.
And you have to be there at like 8 a.m.
Sounds so stressful. Oh my
It would be
God.
stressful, but the time difference helps. If you're coming from
yeah.
LA, you
have an advantage
exactly.
from all the yeah.
Japanese people are sleeping in because they came the other way,
Right.
and then I'm up at the crack of dawn, towels on
Yeah.
every seat. I got the whole pool to myself. But it really was, it was just an entire, like I didn't eat a real piece of food because it was all just like, oh, the coconut shrimp from the bar like by the pool. And we just didn't experience anything real. It was fully a corporate getaway, and it was a blast. I recommend it post-COVID.
Yeah, we're itching to go away. We haven't been anywhere, and Hawaii is like you have to have a negative COVID test, right?
Such an ordeal for that too. You have to in advance upload your results
Of a COVID test
of a COVID test
from one of their partners.
from one of their partners. And I had heard stories of people who got all the way to Honolulu and had to fly home
Yes.
because they didn't use Carbon Health or whatever the
Right,
exact
CVS
test
or
was.
something.
Does it have to be in like a 72-hour window or something?
72
too?
hours, and then it's like
It's so silly because COVID could hit in
Yeah.
8 hours.
totally. And a lot of these tests, you don't get your results for like 36 or 48 hours. So
Yeah.
it's the most stressful thing, especially you're going to Hawaii to chill out. And the 3 days leading up to it, I was like really, some of the guys on the trip like did double tests just to make sure they would get their results and stuff. And it wasn't until we were like fully in our hotel rooms that we were like, oh, we actually made it here. I was so worried the whole time. They're just going to send me back.
And does vaccine status do anything for you?
Inter-island travel, if you're vaxxed, then you're exempt from all this. But if you're coming from California, they don't care if you're vaxxed.
Really?
Yeah.
It would make more sense to rapid test everybody when they get off the plane. No?
Yes.
I feel like just charge everybody another $200 or whatever.
I would
Having-
way rather do that than figure it out on my own. I had to go
Yeah.
to some place in Echo Park, and just figure it all out, and then go on the Hawaii.gov website and upload a PDF. And the PDF wouldn't upload, and we panicked.
geez.
It's the whole thing.
Wow.
The
That sounds
opposite of
fun,
a
though.
tropical getaway.
I'm trying to think I've never gone on like a tropical getaway with a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
How does it work? Like, are you guys all, how much time did you spend like just with your wife versus with the band versus everyone together?
This was, it's funny because I feel like if it had been a longer trip, then you have to kind of do some days away. But this was like 5 days, and it was just enough that I did nothing separate, and we did no coupley stuff either. It was really just like, see you at the pool. And then that was like the home base the whole time. But I'm kind of new to group trips. Have you done any a big group?
Very light.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've done. Back when I was young. That's so vague. But I did go to Palm Springs with groups of people a couple times, but it was just for like a night or two.
We rented a house in Palm
yeah.
Springs like a few years ago and had a bunch of people come. And so, yeah, we did that.
But not like really not a real vacation. Or anything.
On a destination place, I'm the type of person that would have done a bunch of research and have a bunch of restaurants and bars and stuff to go to. So I had to dial that back. I did make a Yelp collection of Tim's Hawaii picks of places that I wanted to go to. But then I'd casually be like, hey, if we happen to be in this neighborhood tonight, here's the 4 bars that I read about on Eater that we should go to. But I didn't. If it would have been just me and Jessica, I'd be like, honey, we're doing this, this, and this. But I chilled out. I was on island time, you know?
Yeah, laying back a little bit.
Thank you.
Does Jessica like to be organized like that?
Yeah, I think in normal life, we would have both been on the same page like that. But I think we were both just happy to be anywhere with
Yeah.
anyone doing anything.
Well, your wife thrives in tropical. She is a tropical lady. She loves tiki culture.
She's got a whole wardrobe
vintage
that comes
Hawaii.
out just for that trip.
Yeah.
I really
I need
did
to
too.
meet this lady.
You gotta have her on. She's incredible.
I need to have her on.
She's
Oh, yeah.
incredible. She's a
She
podcaster.
What's her
There you go.
podcast?
Kardashian it.
The
What is it?
Kardashian podcast.
I need to listen to that.
Oh yeah,
Incredible.
Oh my God, how did I not know she has a podcast?
she's got a podcast. All the Kardashian stuff you could ever hope for.
This whole year I could have had her on instead of this guy.
I mean,
Sorry, I really don't know much about the Kardashians. If you were hoping, I mean, I think they have big butts. I've heard.
not all of them.
Not all of them. Okay, some have really small butts. I
Yes,
guess?
yes, very tiny butts.
Wait, who, Tony? Do you know how high are you now?
I'm getting better, I think.
Oh man.
Do you know which Kardashians don't have big butts?
No. I know very
you
little about the Kardashians.
Name all the Kardashians you can.
There's Kim. There's Khloe. There's Jimmy. And
With the hugest butt, Jimmy.
yeah.
Well, there is a dude Kardashian, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Rob.
Robert.
He's sort of ostracized, right? Isn't he not on the show?
Yeah, he hasn't been on the show in a
I
while.
haven't watched. I don't know, but
But I don't know
definitely
why.
not as famous as.
Does he have a big butt?
I
It's
haven't
too
seen
big.
it in a while.
They
Yeah.
can't get on camera.
Oh no.
I would say there's only one that doesn't have a big butt.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I would agree with that.
Who dat?
It's Kendall. Yeah,
Kendall's
she's the model.
supermodel, so she's more slim, and the other ones are very small as well. But they do have badonkadonks.
Yeah. Does Courtney? Oh, she kind of does
I
now.
think she does. Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
curvy, but they're little. I saw Kim in person one time. I couldn't believe they're like 5 feet tall.
Are you
Really?
serious?
Her arms had to have been the same frame as me. And I'm very feminine and petite. You don't know. Very small frame.
Really?
Yes. I was shocked.
Where'd you see her?
I saw her. I'm looking at Tim. I saw her. I was at this weird. It was a Marianne Williams
Oh my God.
fundraiser, but this was way before she ran for
Yeah.
president.
When she
running
was respected before she became a
years and years and
quite
years
a
ago.
loon.
And I texted Jess Jardin, Tim's wife. I go, oh my God, Courtney and Kim are literally 5 feet away. And I'll never forget what Jess sent back. She said, I need to know in this order: 1 hair, 2 nails, 3 makeup, 4 outfits, 5 shoes.
Did you dish all the
Oh,
dirt?
of course I did.
Okay, good.
It was fascinating. I'd never seen them close up.
I would be shocked. Them being small is shocking because I think of Kim as being like a huge lady with a huge
she's
butt.
so tiny.
Yeah.
She's a tiny lady with
She has a normal sized
But
butt.
yeah,
but
maybe
she's
it's
so small.
she's
Yeah.
shrunken around it. That's cheating.
But that might make her butt look even bigger.
Yeah.
You know,
But that's
perspective.
like dudes you see that are like huge, and then you see them and it's like they're little. It's
Yeah.
like, that didn't take much to get jacked like that because
Right.
you have less, arm.
Everyone was talking about the Joe Rogan thing,
Right, because
That
it was
a big deal.
skywriting.
5'3".
Yeah.
Rogan, yeah, perfect. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That was news to me. I mean, I
That
guess
he's
that he's short. No,
slight,
I've
yeah.
never seen him, and I guess I could have figured that out if I gave it some more thought. But I always thought of him as just like huge tough guy.
Real
Schwarzenegger
tough
types
guy.
like me resent those little guys.
Yeah.
It's like it takes so much more effort for us. Yeah.
Because you
can never do
have,
it.
you have more surface space
That's
to
right.
bulk up.
That's right.
Yeah, that makes
Exactly.
sense.
More muscles per inch.
Have you
Muscles
ever
per inch is
heard
one of the metrics that they.
How many muscles per inch
MPI?
are you? Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a butt referred to as a Bo Honkus?
No.
No,
No,
I know
but I like
badonkadonk.
Yeah, yeah.
A Bo Honkus.
I never have, but do we need to get that going?
Well, we're bringing it back because our babysitter told me today that when she was in school, she had a teacher who would say, "Okay, everyone, sit back on your Bo
Honkus.
Honkus."
Sounds like Native American.
It's to me, it makes me think of penis actually,
Whoa.
like your honker.
This is
Did they mean
stuck
like
in my
sit
craw all over again.
sit on your penis? Is that what the teacher was saying to everyone?
Well, no, when Bo Honkus first came up, I assumed it meant your front junk. But then sit back on your Bo Honkus. That's obviously
The Bo
your derriere.
Honkus people were the ones that originally lived
the-
here
the
in
Bo
Los
Honk guy.
Angeles.
Yes,
They
yes.
had big butts.
Bo Honkus to me, I picture like a cartoon man. Like,
Yeah.
it's Bo Honkus, Bo Honkus. He's like your kooky neighbor.
Yes.
Or it's like
He
a porn
bounces on
name.
his butt everywhere. Yeah.
Like a Mike Hanford type.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could be like a dude porn name, Bo Honkus.
Oh, yeah, Bo Honkus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got a big old butt.
Yeah. Why are there more porn star men whose hook is that they have a
Yes.
huge butt, teeny little dick?
a tiny dick, huge ass.
All the shots are of the butt, just from the back, pumping away.
Oh, my goodness.
Clench that butt.
Oh,
That's
man.
his thing.
And I bet he oils his ass up with Osea.
Yes.
Yes.
And Babasu. Are there any male porn stars who are known for their gigantic butts?
You're asking the right four people.
I looked up in the air because I
don't
didn't know who to
I don't know
address it
any.
to.
I don't know any.
The only male porn star whose name I can think of is
Ron
James
Jeremy.
Dean. Oh, Ron Jeremy.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
didn't
got a
he-
normal size butt.
Does he really?
I don't know.
I would guess a
think
small
he
one.
got
He is.
canceled.
Something. He was in the news
I think
recently.
he went to jail.
Yeah.
he did. I forget why.
That's so weird for a guy. Well, whatever. No, the only one I can think like a modern famous porn star is James Dean, whose hook is that he's handsome. Like that's like a big porn star who's like and
Are you on YouPorn right now, Tony?
You know what? I did just type in out of curiosity, big butt male porn star.
Yeah.
The first headline that comes up is
Bo Honkus Jones.
the top 40 most breathtakingly beautiful butts in gay porn.
There you go.
Let's see if they actually take your breath away. If it lives up all 40.
All of a sudden, Tony stops breathing. Falls over.
The Google algorithm right now is recalibrating Tony Thaxton.
40 is so many for a list like that. Like, do 4.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe 5.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I just looked though, and they're not wrong about any of them.
Oh,
okay.
You're going to have to check that out later.
Yeah, post the link when you post it.
The show notes.
Listen, you guys, I need to tell you about something
Okay.
involving hair.
Oh.
It's Pros. Do you know Pros?
Of course I do.
love my Pros. This is now my second or third time using Pros custom hair care. There's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to hair care. A product that works wonders for curls might make straight hair limp and greasy. Thanks to my personalized Pros routine, I can honestly say I've never been more in love with my hair, and I'm also especially in love with their scents. I have tried Ispahan, I've tried Signature, and now I'm doing Corsica, which is I feel like there's a professional French perfumier, and I think I'm saying that wrong. And I'm not even sure they have that, but it smells like they do. Pros makes custom hair care that's effective because it's personal, using natural ingredients with proven results. Pros customizes every product in your routine, from shampoo to supplements. So you fill out a quiz, and it is so detailed, but in a fun way, including where you live, because they put in, like, they dial it into the sort of environmental factors of where you are, and then you get your Pros products. It has my zip code on the bottle, Tim. Ooh. If I try to take it with me to another zip code, it evaporates.
Whoa.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. It lasts
I
a long
still
time.
believe it.
As a carbon neutral certified B Corp, Pros is an industry leader in clean and responsible beauty. All their ingredients are sustainably sourced, ethically gathered, and cruelty free. They're also the first custom beauty brand to go carbon neutral. And if you're not 100% positive Pros is the best hair care you've had, they will take the products back. No questions asked. I have their pre-shampoo mask, shampoo, conditioner, leave-in conditioner, hair oil, and it all is so high quality. Pros is the healthy hair regimen with your name all over it. Take your free in-depth hair consultation and get 15% off your first order today. Go to pros.com/bestfriend. That's pros, PROSE.com/bestfriend for your free in-depth hair consultation and 15% off. Okay. I would like to welcome my new Patreon people and say hello and welcome and thank you for joining Tony.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Ooh, I love that pop punk right
Isn't
there.
it so good?
Tony's
It's
a
like,
pro.
I know. Have you guys heard his Daniel's Cool Beans song?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me
You
say.
must not be listening to the radio.
I listened to Kiss FM on the way over here. I didn't hear anything. Oh.
All right, let me do this, and then we got to hear your Beans song, which is what we play before Daniel reviews Beans occasionally on the Monday show. I would like to say hello and thank you to Dawn and to KM Pert. And then also I would like to say hello and welcome and thank you to Kara Karki, who signed up for an annual subscription. Remember, sign up for a year, get 2 months free. That's
a good
12
deal.
months for the price of 10. You can't afford not to. Also,
Allison,
yeah.
you forgot a name, Bo Honkus Jones.
And Bo Honkus.
Thank you for joining the Patreon.
Bo Honkus Jones.
What an honor to have
Signed
Bo Honkus.
up for an annual subscription. So
Wow.
we will be
We'll be seeing him.
We will be delighted by the presence of one Bo Honkus Jones all year. So look, bonus episodes, weekly bonus episodes. Lately, there's been a lot of Daniel and me because those are really just fun. But also, I've had Jackie as a bonus. I've had Tim as a bonus. Tony, have I had you as a bonus?
A long time ago.
A long time ago. But if you sign up, you get access to all of the content. I almost feel like it's too much. I'm being too generous. But yeah, it's sign up now. You'll never leave your house. There's so much content. There's a level. I got to pay credit where it's due. Jackie turned me on to this.
So fun.
A level where you can text me and I'll text you back.
Yep.
I ran out of trivia. Do you want to know who heard about it first? People at that level.
Yeah.
But also stuff that they care about. Yeah. Oh, Zoom parties. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. There's more stuff, you guys. So much stuff. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Patreon.
Let's hear that bean song, please.
Black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, and lima beans, red beans, mung beans, navy beans, and fava beans. Really be nice or really be mean. It's time for Daniel's Cool Beans.
I heard some harmonies on that.
Me too.
I have
Tony.
I have some red lentils
Ooh.
at home right now soaking.
Oh,
exciting.
you're making my mouth water.
Wet beans.
Beans.
Red lentils, baby.
Okay, let's do some Just Me or Everyone, but before we get into that, before I am losing my voice, and I shared this on the episode with Grace Helbig, which was Monday's episode. I shared it with Tony before the show officially started. I did a voiceover thing, which was very exciting for me because I don't do that often, although I'm open to doing more. And it was, I don't know, I want to say 6 or 7 lines. And the first line was the most important. I really nailed that one. And then I went on and I blew out my voice on the first few takes. It was so embarrassing, but thankfully they were super nice and cool. And I continued, but I was like, because they couldn't hear what I heard in my voice. Mm-hmm. But I said to them, when you receive this, if you need me to redo it, please let me know. But that had never happened to me before.
Were you doing some
yelling?
crazy character voice or something?
No.
You were
but
just
I was
talking?
I was talking, but I was doing, it was like the introduction to a podcast, and they wanted it like deeper and sort of more authoritative. So I was doing a louder, deeper voice, and I think I was a little bit nervous. And so I cleared my throat in kind of an aggressive way, and I think that's what happened. I
Just
knew,
blew out your throat.
yeah, like I knew my voice would come back in like 45 minutes.
I know I make it look easy, honey, but there's a lot of preparation that goes into doing intros. You
What
know,
do you do?
gotta I've got steam baths, and things.
Full body?
Oh yeah, the whole body.
You have to
I-
meditate before too, so clear your mind.
I gargle like a ginseng honey kind of thing, and so
I didn't have no voice. I couldn't maintain that sort of deep, louder, authoritative voice without a little bit of a husky crackle in there.
You lost your authority. I think a husky crackle adds authority.
Well, I thought maybe they might like it. Who knows? Or they might get it and be like, you know what? We're going to hire someone else.
I think Audition.
I wanted to die.
I think Audition has a filter that's a D crackle.
Decrackle?
Yeah.
I hope so. It was very embarrassing.
It's very millennial of you to call. So you could always just do it on purpose.
a whole new audience is going to love it.
Yeah.
Cringe.
And cheese,
I got it.
Jackie. It's cringy and cheesy.
I'm working on a voiceover project right now. I'm directing the actors, and by the end of a 4-hour session, everybody is hoarse.
Yeah.
Like,
What
I
about
don't know
the
if you
end of
want-
a 4-minute session?
That would be
A new record.
a new record, and that's what you want. But I don't think anyone does a full day of voiceover and doesn't have those thoughts.
Yeah.
You just can't clear your throat too hard.
It was. I still want to die when it's cheesy and it's cringe. What project are you doing?
Oh, I don't think I can even say. I guess I wanted to do
top
that
secret.
Hollywood thing where I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about
Okay,
it,
better.
and then I wanted you to say this. But it's not my thing, so that person might yell at me. But let me just say, it's like the hugest thing that'll come out of Hollywood this year.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Trolls
like,
3?
like by a mile, bigger than that. Like it's just like too big, that type of thing.
Wow. I
No,
can't
no,
wait
it's
to
just some
find out.
silly thing that'll come and go.
Can't wait.
That it might be insulting to the person who did it.
Oh man, I'm just
You're
really
boned.
fucked. There's no way around this. May as well just say what it is now.
Okay, let's do Just Me or Everyone. Oh yeah, but there was a but first. But first is, you guys, I am an influencer on Amazon. I have a shop set up. You can shop my podcast gear. But I always think that'll be a big hook. I always think people will be like, ooh, I want to see like what she uses to record the podcast. I don't know that it really is functioning.
I bought something from your store that you bought.
Thank
that
you.
sell. Yeah.
Yes. It didn't work out for you though,
I
right?
returned it.
Yeah.
Ringing endorsement.
It
You
was
too could return something.
It was the but you've used it a ton of times, Daniel. It's the
What?
thing to make an XLR mic. It's the Shure adapter so
yeah.
that an XLR mic can go into the computer.
USB.
It is a little bit
It's a little hot.
It's finicky.
It's finicky. Yeah, you've got
It's
to
hot and
like
finicky.
dial it in, and then there's a very narrow
Yeah.
range where it's.
It's
I
like
returned it.
it's like a German sports car. But it is high quality. It just didn't work out for Jackie, and also I had trouble with it. But
I
Daniel
think.
uses it
I
without
think,
issue.
to be fair,
Jeff Fox recommended it.
I think Jeff Fox is the one who recommended it.
Yeah. Let's take it up with him.
Yeah.
But also other stuff that has worked out better for us. And my makeup stuff, housewares, the Bless Your Heart candle. Those are flying off the shelves.
People love them. I get tagged a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
people love that candle. Kids stuff, Daniel stuff.
Some of my stuff.
Amazon.com/shop/Allison Rosen. Amazon.com/shop/Allison Rosen. Okay, let's do Just Me or Everyone.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
Okay, Eve Casbaum says, when I'm sending a picture attachment in an email and it asks me which size to send the attachment, small, medium, large, or actual size, I have no idea which one to choose or why it matters. I usually pause to consider it, then choose actual size, which is probably aggressively large, but again, I have no idea. What about you guys?
Oh, I'm hashtag relatable. I never know. I always do actual size because I don't know.
Yeah.
Same.
And then I do think less of people if I get that email and it's huge. I'm like, what's this? Why is it so big?
But is that actual size that makes it so big?
Yeah.
I guess so. Damn.
It depends on how
Yeah.
big the actual,
Daniel, what do you do?
I enlarge it.
as big as possible.
Poster
I
size.
have an AI that makes it twice as big, and then send it. Yeah, I do actual size. I mean, unless I'm trying to send like multiple, like a bunch, and I know the person just it's like a reference or something, then I might.
I don't think I've been asked in a while. Is it just the native mail program in your
No.
iPhone that does it? No?
I don't use that.
Do you use Gmail?
Yeah.
That's what I use, and I don't recall being asked, but I guess I've
The
forgotten.
secret's out. I use Gmail.
I use Gmail too, but I'm not acting like that.
Maybe you should be.
You're the person that thinks you still need to be invited to use Gmail.
I can hook you up.
I can send you an invite if anyone's interested.
Yeah,
Is that how it was at the beginning?
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And you know what sucks? So my ex-boyfriend worked at Google, and this was before he was even working at Google. He goes, hey, I'm going to send you, I was using Hotmail, and he was Austin at Gmail.
Oh, wow.
Because he was so and if I had done it, I could have gotten something other than like the weird thing I have because Jackie Johnson's always taken, any variation of my name is taken. So my email is Jackie75835735238@gmail.
You're going to receive some emails
Can't wait.
to
Everybody
that.
send me emails.
Yeah, I remember.
Send me a big old bus with small dicks.
Preferably breathtaking.
Yeah, of course.
I had a friend who was a computer guy, and he was like offended to his core that I was still using AOL. And he convinced me that he shamed me into getting over onto Gmail. And Gmail's fine, but plenty of people still use AOL.
Has
Plenty of
AOL
comedy
like
people.
updated the technology to be more Gmail-esque? Or is
I
it,
don't know because I haven't been on there in so long.
Doesn't Mike Mitchell still have like Hotmail
Yes,
or
he's
something?
still-
And
he's
it's
still
glorious.
And I emailed him yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my god, he is still using it."
Yeah, it's
but
wild.
I remember he really likes it when he logs in. He wants to hear that you've got mail.
Do they still say that?
I don't know. We lived together until like 7 years ago, and they were still doing. I would hear it like from the other room. You've got mail,
Oh my god.
like echoing through the house.
That
That'd
makes
be
me
amazing.
want to get a new AOL
Me
account.
too. Everything old is new again.
Yeah.
That era of time is sort of coming back. So shit, let's all get it.
I think that I think I still have an AOL. I think it's still functional. I just haven't logged in forever.
It's funny that show Pen 15. They do all of that early
Yes.
like aughts,
Yes.
AOL stuff. It's fun.
Instant Messenger.
Yeah, the little
So funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
like your away message would be like a little tweet. You're like,
Oh
kind of a
yeah,
funny
mine
thing.
would always be
Yes.
passive aggressive, like Incubus song lyrics or something.
Do you know what ASL means?
Of course we
Yeah.
do. I speak for everyone in this room.
Oh, does it have little slashes between it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Age, sex, location. Right? Okay.
Oh, I used to cyber.
You don't cyber anymore?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I'm at the cyber cafe every day.
Linda Underwear cybers for sure.
Yeah, oh, big time, yeah.
Okay, Heidi says, I don't recall ever calling it Baskin Robbins when I was growing up. It was just, can we go to 31 flavors?
31 flavors.
Just
At
me,
some point,
everyone.
they rebranded, but if you look at the logo,
I never knew
the
that.
B and the R,
Oh yeah.
it's the colors. There's a 31 in there. So they keep that, but maybe they were just like, guys, we have 34 flavors.
I
We
was
can't go. We
wondering,
can't do this anymore.
do they
People
stick
are
with the
gonna-
31?
Yeah, we don't want to limit it.
anyone
I
counted?
knew none of that. It's Baskin Robbins, if you ask me, hon.
Yeah.
What's bigger?
So much attitude.
What's bigger in Dallas? Like, what's the big ice? Is it like? Do you have Dairy Queen
Oh, isn't
or
there
is
like
it
a blue
Brahms.
Brahms?
What's
oh my
Brahms?
God, Brahms. And they sell Bluebell ice cream.
Bluebell is what I was
There's
thinking of.
nothing like the taste of Bluebell homemade ice cream.
No,
I could
want
do the
some.
I
whole
didn't hear
song.
harmony.
There is at the end.
Is Bluebell what comes out of Lamar's where
It was
Paul
like
Rust
Blue
is from? Blue Bunny?
Bunny.
Oh, no,
yeah.
not
Yeah,
the
we
same.
learned that
Different
Paul,
animals.
Paul
yeah.
Rust is from the ice cream capital of the world, and they make all the Haagen
Wells
Dazs and
Blue
all the.
Bunny, because it tastes so good. I love a jingle.
I know. I love it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Have you ever... Are you a jingle singer?
It's a goal in life of mine.
Why have they not... Brands, get
Listen,
on this.
It's because I've done a lot of research. My sister used to be a copywriter in an ad firm. They're all done in house now.
oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
To
don't
save
hire
money?
They don't hire talent.
So
out.
you get on contract with
Yes.
an ad agency.
Yes.
You could find some local place. I've done some things for like local businesses before.
Oh man, if I sold like Maytag appliances in Pasadena or something, I would love that.
Wait, done in-house, like they just happen to have someone who's really good at singing jingles in there?
No, they don't hire a casting person to find voice talent. They hire like a hired gun that just comes in and records them.
I see,
So
I
it's
see.
not a casting thing where they're out looking for the person.
Yeah.
Like you would if you were in a commercial.
Right. So you just need to be on speed dial for the
I got to
casting
get in
people.
good with one of these ad agencies.
Yeah.
It's a goal in life of mine to be a jingle singer.
It seems like such a natural... I mean,
Yeah.
they're just...
Call 1-800-STEAMER.
You should just make up
Stanley
products and just do your own jingles, upload them, and then
Just do
people
it on
could buy
spec,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, do some spec
Yes.
jingles. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Now I know what I'm doing the rest of my day.
Okay, Brendan says, no one has a term for it. So my just me or everyone would be, I have a term for the strip of grass between the sidewalk and the street. I'd be curious who in the Allison Rosen's New Best Friends circle who come from around the country, if they have a term, and if so, what it is.
Right.
This is two of...
I want to call
But
it
wait
the
a minute.
easement, but is that an easement?
But it actually has a name. It's the Parkway, I thought.
It's the Parkway.
Yeah.
That sounds so fancy.
Wait,
The
what is
Parkway.
an easement?
Let's go
That's
sit
like
on
a-
the parkway and have
That's not-
tea.
Hold on.
I have no idea. See, this is new homeowner shit.
Yeah.
I need to learn this.
I
I need to
believe-
learn what a parkway is.
The Parkway is that strip between the sidewalk and the street.
It's a landscaped thoroughfare.
And
Oh.
it belongs to
landscape.
the city, but I think you have to maintain it.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
I know.
Yeah, you don't want a parkway.
I certainly don't. I don't want to park in there.
I am
Sorry.
totally wrong. completely. Easement has nothing at all to do with
No, an
this. I'm
easement is
big
like a
dummy.
space between something, right?
No, it's not even that.
Okay.
It's just nothing.
What is it?
It's nothing. It says you're a fool.
Not a word.
It's a right to cross or otherwise use someone else's land for a specified purpose, or the state or feeling of comfort or peace.
Oh, like I'm feeling a sense of
Easement.
easement, and then someone comes
At
traipsing
ease.
across me.
It's a
Ruined by
situation.
easement.
Yeah, it's like it's a legal situation.
Yeah.
Would you say
whatever.
that having an easement would be the opposite of having something stuck in your craw?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes something that gets stuck in my craw, like someone murdering my entire family,
Right.
it
The opposite of
inhibits my easement.
Yeah.
So you said Parkway.
Well, wait. I read the 2 of 2. It's a 2 of 2 tweet, but I neglected to read 1 of 2, which is, I'm a Cleveland native, and our word for the strip of grass between the sidewalk and the street is tree lawn. As I've come to learn, it's not a ubiquitous term, nor is it even an Ohio term. It's specific to Cleveland. Tree lawn. No, that's not.
we
It's
were
Parkway.
Yeah, so we have a tree that's on our
Parkway.
parkment, and the city is responsible for this tree, but it like a large portion of it overhangs our property. So it was always like, what do we do? Am I allowed to have someone come and deal with it, or do I have to just wait for the city, whatever? And then one day recently, a huge portion of the tree just collapsed.
Yeah.
And just smashed into our front yard.
We were
Thank
so
God it didn't-
lucky
My
that
God.
they're lucky they didn't fall on anyone or fall on one of our cars.
Right, but it's like, okay, like what we're responsible for and what the city is responsible for is like,
Do they cut the grass below the tree? Or
no, we do. And
We
I think
do?
we're responsible. Yeah, our guys do that.
Oh.
But
I have a gardener too, so
yeah.
yeah, new
hello.
expense. I have to cut down on my Botox to pay for this damn garden.
New expense I can't afford.
Yeah, off air, and I don't know why I've decided that should be off air, but I would love to know how much your person is,
Yeah.
because ours is so much more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, I want to know too.
Yeah.
You want to do hand gestures, or wait?
I feel like
Wait.
let's just wait.
Okay. Everyone wishes they knew how much our gardeners
That's
cost.
right.
Our
It's
gardener's
$35,000 every
I
month.
think that's
The gardener's very good and started low and has creeped up over the years.
Yeah,
and it's
but
just like,
yeah.
Well, ours we took from the person who had it
Oh.
already, and I was like, he's gonna raise our price, but I made our old guy tell us how much, and I honestly was kind of like, he has the right to raise his
Yeah.
price, so even if he did quote me higher, I'd probably just say sure.
Yeah, part of the
But did
reason.
he? Or is he sticking with the old price?
We haven't actually discussed it.
Oh, you don't know
but
how
I
much.
do know
Got
what he
it.
charged before, and it's a weekly charge because I know it can be different depending on if he comes every other week.
Right.
But I have a really lovely landscaping it requires. So.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, that's the problem. Like, if we just had to cut grass, I'd do it. But we have so many plants, and I have no fucking clue how to like keep plants
Same,
alive, what
yeah.
to do, like when they need to be mulched or something.
Do
I
y'all
don't
have
even
a
know.
automatic watering system?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. They open the box and I'm like, what is this? What do these
Yeah.
numbers mean?
That's
Oh, I
the
don't even know
problem.
where our box
sprinkler?
is.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's all timed.
Yeah,
It's I don't know.
I think the reason ours is so expensive is because we're the only ones that they do on this side of town, and so it's like they have to make a special trip.
Oh, see, I
They
think our
can't
guy
double
does
up.
the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
but-
key. That's what you want to
But
do.
I
Is get
saw,
someone who's already.
but I told you I saw
Well,
them
our neighbors-
across the street. So
our-
now I think they have
Our
more
neighbors
reason.
like went and said, so now they do their yard too.
Anyway, I know people
Whatever.
love this. It's riveting.
Are we on
gardener
air?
talk. Okay, and lastly, Lisa G says, I rotate my dishes after I use them, so each piece is theoretically getting the same amount of use. For example, when I empty my dishwasher, I put the clean plates on the bottom of the stack of plates in the cabinet, rotate cups from back to front, etc. Just me or everyone, hashtag OCD.
Oh, I thought she meant like I eat on this half of the plate. I keep
No.
track.
No, we have like 6,000 mugs, and we demugged a while ago, and somehow they've bred, and
Yeah.
we have more again.
Yeah.
But I use like the same 1 or 2 mugs every single day, so I don't rotate.
I don't either. Same applies to sheets. I think we have 5
Yes.
sets of sheets, and I was like, okay, we did the white, we did the pink. I washed the white. They're right there. And Ben's like, why don't you ever use the blue or the green? I'm like, because I like the white and the pink. and they're clean.
we
And
only,
linen, by the way, both of them.
we only use our Brooklyn and sheets.
because they're better than the
And we
other
have,
ones.
that's what I always say.
Yes.
And we only have, well, we need to get another set.
me, it's
so
like-
I have
silly.
2 now.
That's so
Use-
nice.
Life's short. Use the stuff you like, and then when it wears out, get the new stuff exactly like the old stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to be precious about it.
And plates and mugs don't wear out. You eventually break them and you
Yeah.
chip them. But when have you been like eating on a plate and you're like, I
You're wearing
just
through
went
it.
right through the bottom.
There's like a hole in the plate.
That was too many forkings. And there you go.
Not how I eat, Tim.
Stabbing down real hard.
yeah.
I did have this overwhelming sense of like
You have to patch the bottom of it.
Just keep it going.
With another plate.
Yeah.
my guitars I keep in the cases. Some people keep their guitars out all the time, but I had heard that that's like not as good for them. So I keep mine in the cases and yet don't play them for 10 years, you know? So, but I was thinking like, I really, as much as I like to pretend I'm just a young person, I'm like my middle age now, as odious as it is to say that. Like, I really, if I'm going to enjoy these guitars, it would be fine for me to keep them out if I want them to be something somewhat decorative or I want easy access to them. What am I preserving here?
Are they cool looking guitars?
They are cool looking. I have a Gretsch Silverjet.
Get one out, man. Get one out.
That's got to be hanging behind you in a YouTube video.
I know.
Yeah, nothing cringy about that.
That would
We
would
it better.
that be ultimate cringe?
I don't think so.
I think it's ultimate cool.
That's right.
The opposite.
But what if ultimate cool is cringe? Alicia,
no.
we need more details.
Don't you wish that you could pay a certain amount of money to see the information of the people leaving the reviews so you could call them? I just want to call some of these people that have left me reviews and be like, hey, I just want to say, like, you said I talk too much on my podcast. Could you unpack that a little bit?
Yes.
What'd
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
I'm just dying to know.
I heard someone. It was Heather McDonald. She called. I don't know how she got their info, but she called someone, and the person was like, "Oh my god! Like, oh my god! I can't believe you're calling me!" Like, acted like a total fan.
Yeah.
And then she asked a question. She's like, and the person who had left the shitty comment was like, "Oh, I was just having a bad day that day."
Oh,
like
yeah, of course.
they backpedal.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And again, Alicia, I think she's trying to be helpful. She's not trying to be awful.
Yeah,
it's just
that was
like
a-
it's in my craw and inhibiting my easement.
Yeah.
I just need more info. It's
She
too
didn't
vague.
sound mean-spirited
No.
at all.
She might be trying. I think she's trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put off future audience with my cringiness.
I don't think you are.
So should I put some guitars up in the studio?
Don't you think that'd be cool?
Just like
It
10
would
or
be-
12 guitars in the
yeah,
background.
all and just spread them out.
Yeah. Just like someone that you're considering allowing to manage you for comedy, and then you're like, oh, I don't think so based on this office. The problem with doing that in here is that I do think the heat would be
No,
bad for
you
them.
can't do it in here.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole reason you keep them in the case. You have to keep them temperature controlled.
Yeah.
Right, Tony? You like instruments.
I love instruments. Don't get me started on instruments.
I do have. I have a set of drums that is just in my parents' garage. Should I put that in here?
Oh, you have
Yeah.
a kit?
I do.
You better bring it over. I want a kit.
I would. You know, I really thought by the time I had my own house, I could have drums, but it's like I'm pretty sure it's way too loud for the neighbors.
Somebody DM my husband and say that I really want a drum kit for my housewarming gift.
Okay.
Yes, I deserve one from my own person I live with. I really want. We've been talking about it. We're gonna do a whole music area. You know, come jam.
Oh, that's
You know,
fun.
you
The
think
Slappy Boys over.
would your
Yeah.
neighbors be okay with that?
I don't have neighbors.
Oh my,
my
god.
God.
Now everybody's gonna find my house.
Oh my god. The one house that was are you
secluded
on
on a
an
mountain?
island? Oh wow.
We're the only house on this one part of the street.
Okay,
Want
then
my
you have
drum
to have a
set?
drum set.
Oh,
You're
no.
obligated to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna hire Tony to be my teacher. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna come over and I got a tour to get ready for. I'm gonna
There
come
you
over and play
go.
every day.
Please do.
Couldn't we soundproof this
Yeah, I was
room
gonna say,
though?
you could
and
put some baffling
yeah.
in here.
100% you could drum in here,
Really?
but you
Yeah.
can't
I
keep
You'd
instruments.
still be able
in
to
here, it's too
hear
hot.
it, but like it could get controlled though. You know.
That's true. I mean, we did our band practice in a very uncomfortably warm garage. So
I mean, you own this place. It's not like a landlord's going to be telling you can't do it.
right.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
enough. There's enough space. There's a house that way that's actually fairly close, but I don't think they would hear it. So, I
Is
think
there
we'll be all right.
room? Again, this is a good use of the podcast. Is there room in here for a drum set? Not if I'm going to get this tricked out for a video.
I
as
think we
well,
should
but-
knock these walls out, put the set there, and then that'll also double as Tony's producing spot. He'll produce at the
He
drums.
drums while he produces.
Yes.
He's in
Hell
heaven
yeah.
with that. That's the best.
Hell yeah.
You guys, this has been so much fun.
Oh, my
Thank
God.
you so much for coming in person, Tim. It's wonderful to see that you have a body, even though it's
It's
Donald
a weird
Duck's
body, but it
been-
exists. Okay.
He's been
Yeah.
clipping into the wall for half of the episode, though, so I don't know.
If you like what you're hearing, please leave us a nice comment. Make on Apple Podcasts, 5 stars, please. It helps out the show. It helps people find the show. Make sure that you're subscribed or following in whatever app is your app of choice. Follow me on social media at Allison Rosen. I feel like there's other stuff, but I'm forgetting what it is. Jackie, where do we find you? What should we look out for?
Well, I host a weekly podcast called Natch Butte, and it's still going, believe it or not. Every week we got an episode. Check it out. I have a Patreon as well.
I literally hit the
Patreon.
button. What happened? Why is it not working?
It's fine. Tony's high.
Patreon.
I have
You
a
didn't hit any button.
What is it on?
I have a Patreon.
Patreon.
There you go.
It's patreon.com/Jackie Johnson, and it's so fun.
Super fun.
I tell stories. I just let loose. I've been talking about my house for months on the Patreon. It's just where I give my trusted information because I know that my true hardcore fans are there, and we have fun.
And I was on a bonus episode.
You were on a bonus episode. We sniffed a bunch of nasty perfume.
We did.
I text with my honeys. I just sent them all a photo of me being here. So it's really fun over there. Go check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
I got a Patreon.
Patreon.
Sloppy Boys, and then also a free Sloppy Boys podcast, and at Tim Kalpakis on Twitter and Instagram.
Fun. You can find me twitter.com/Daniel Quantz. And also Instagram.com/Daniel Quantz.
And you have to be on a desktop computer.
Yeah,
and
for
open
some
the browser.
reason, you can only access me
Yeah.
on
It's worth it, though. It's worth
browser.
it.
Is it HTTP or HTTPS?
HTTP. Sorry. HTTP://www. Why do they still have that even? Like, who
I
cares?
wondered that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes you have to put in a www.
I guess that, yeah.
Oh, can I real quick plug one more thing?
Yes.
My dog is almost at 8,000 Instagram followers, and when she gets it, I'm going to buy her the influencer balloons. So follow Chooch at Hello I'm the Chooch on Instagram.
Yes.
And Choochie's been doing reels, and she's getting really into them. So everybody follow Chooch on Instagram.
She's a great follow. Are the influencer balloons those big Mylar balloons?
Yeah, they have the numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get her a big 8K
That's fun.
to celebrate. It's a big accomplishment these days.
It really is. It really is.
Wait, what's the lowest amount of followers to justify influencer? balloons?
Definitely the 8K.
8?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I do it for each follower. I started with one. Every day I'm getting a balloon.
And then if someone unfollows you, reset.
Yeah. Pop the balloon, sad video with a knife.
Tony, what about you?
I was just thinking too. I think I'm approaching 8,000 followers. This should be a contest. Who hits it first?
I'll let you.
It's gonna be so.
It'll be you.
upset. No,
I'll
it'll
let,
so not
I'll let
be. That's what
you
it'll be
can
so
borrow
upsetting.
Choochie's balloons.
Oh, my God.
You just want to get some of the money back you spent on
Yes,
these
I'll
balloons. I'm on
Venmo you for half. I get them at the dollar store.
Ooh,
That's a hot tip, everybody.
Oh, wow.
50 cents.
Dollar King. You have one here in Burbank. It's
There's
great.
one right by. I can walk to
They're
one from
so
me.
nice.
Let's go after the show.
Perfect.
I think she was asking me. I am at Tony. No, I said it wrong. I am at
Tony Thaxton.
on Twitter and Instagram. My podcast, Bizarre Albums, every Tuesday. And I forgot to say last week was my 100th episode.
Nice.
Hey,
The
congrats.
Chris Gaines album, thank you, which was a heavily requested episode, so I finally did it. So check that out. And Motion City Soundtrack Tour 2020, what's next year? 2, coming up in 2022. So tickets are on sale now.
Can't wait.
Thank you, everyone, for listening, and thank you for joining us, everyone, in this room. I was trying to take a little video at the same time, and it inhibited my ability to speak. And also, it's so cringe. And also, the video has my thumb all over it, so I failed at both things. So I'm just going to monotask right now. Thank you for being on the show, everyone. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show? We had a good time, but now we gotta go. Yeah, Allison Rosen is your new best friend.